2401. Humankind finds itself locked in a mortal struggle with the Timesplitters, an evil race of creatures bent on the destruction of the entire human race. Using the power of the time crystals, they travel through our history, pushing humanity to the very brink of extinction. With resistance weakening, our last hope lies with a small ship speeding towards Earth. On board are 9 stolen time crystals, intended to power the time machine constructed by Earth's finest scientists. The plan? To travel back in time, find the source of the time crystals, and destroy them all, ending the war before it ever began.
Splitters? More of them! Let's go, Sarge, come on!
This is TimeSplitters Future Perfect for the PlayStation 2, and that disco music that you hear in the background is not from my typical collection of bizarre stock music that I frequently use on the classic game room programs. That's music from this game, because this game is awesome.
Come on, Marines, you want to live forever? Splitter mothership's coming down! Yeehaw! Come on, Sarge!
Remember in the old days in the early 80s when some of the really cool video games out there like Donkey Kong and Ms. Pac-Man and those really big popular games, they had a great video game mixed with a great sense of humor. That's what the TimeSplitters series is. It takes that old school arcade mentality of playing video games for fun and updates it to the modern first-person shooter. And by that I mean this isn't a game obsessed with tactics or precision. You can easily pick this game up and play it and just dive right into the action. It certainly helps if you can aim and shoot people in the head, but it's by no means necessary to obsess over that level of detail. This is the third in the TimeSplitters series. There was TimeSplitters 1, TimeSplitters 2, and this is TimeSplitters Future Perfect.
Cortez, meet Anya, our Chief Science Officer.
Is that them? Beautiful. Bring them over to the machine and let's get them plugged in.
There used to be an island there. It was destroyed during a battle in 1924.
But when were the crystals
And the whole
used?
premise of TimeSplitters is that you're always going back and forward through time to fight various enemies, and the TimeSplitters themselves are these evil creatures that have been mutated and look all weird and scary. And it's a fun game with great controls. I always describe video games like I'm describing a car. This game handles very well.
All of that! Hey!
This ranks right up there with some of my favorite first-person shooters with a good story, like Resistance Fall of Man, Red Faction, and the first in the Halo series.
But what does it? You'll figure it out. Just make sure to pass it on when you're done.
God of guards and girls. Girls love me. So hairy chest, such a big medallion.
Normally that would be a very insensitive thing to do. That guy just wants his quiet, drunken time. But using the pistol with the silencer, you shoot him in the head. It's all in good fun.
He's getting away!
Just do the thing. Whoa! Anya, did you see that? Hey, don't hush out, dude. Who are you? The name's Tipper, man. Harry Tipper.
This part's good. This is in 1969 in this pseudo-Cold War James Bond, you only live twice kind of world. But it's not really a spoof of James Bond. It's more like a spoof of Our Man Flint, or In Like Flint, which spoofed James Bond.
Attention, Harry Tipper has entered the base. He is disguised as a woman. Treat all females with suspicion until their identities can be determined.
And then that movie was later spoofed by Austin Powers. But they do a nice job of it here with the cheesy matching suits that all the bad guys have. And it's pretty funny because when you walk by some of the bad guys, they're talking about their health benefits and where they get their hair done and stuff. This game is a great parody spoof of so many different movies and so many different video games. Mostly movies, though.
No ticket.
Very clever writing and tremendous use of sound effects.
That's some slick shooting, man. Come on, let's find Callus and save the world.
Very good sound design in this game.
That's cherry, baby. Woohoo! This is the most fun I ever had with another guy.
Not only do the weapons sound good, but just the background environment. And if you're familiar with this game, you know the subway level. There's always an announcer in the subway level talking about blood on the tracks and whatnot. I'm fairly confident that's the exact same voice that does announcements at Lowe's. So when I'm walking through Lowe's looking for a new rake or something, or a light bulb, then there's an announcement about a big sale on ladders. I just think of shooting people in TIMESPLITTERS.
But first, it's time to get out my big weapon.
Yeah! Keep it up and we'll bury this twisted psycho. Not even close.
Hey, you're no zombie!
Well, you transport through time again to 1994, where you end up fighting zombies in a haunted house. This game is very imaginative, and I like that about it.
Come in here. We've done something terrible. We...
Ew, that is gross. Don't let them eat my brain!
Do you think anyone would notice?
My God, what is that? Oh, gross! Kill it! There's a moose loose!
Cortez travels again to the distant future. This level reminds me of Perfect Dark, which we reviewed long ago for the N64 on the original Classic Game Room series.
Possible intruder detected on floor 128. Squad 17 investigate.
In part 2 of the review, we'll get into the rest of the storyline, and then in part 3 we'll cover the multiplayer, the map making. This game has a tremendous map maker, an enormous collection of 150 playable characters, some of which are strange, like the Gingerbread Man and the cactus, and then my favorite, Robofish. Any game that makes a character out of a fishbowl on a robot body with machine guns and flamethrowers, that's my kind of game.
According to these plans, there's a massive laboratory complex hidden right under this building. So, the rumors of illegal research and abductions must be true.